talking red hot, wet kiss falling off your lips. I'm talking red hot, red.
Relax, man. It was a joke. I got so much crap for that. Y'all know it was a joke, right? Like, that's not my real intro. I'm working on it. That's not mine. That's not mine at all. But apparently it did get you seeing red. Because a lot of y'all, I heard it. Let me know on the comments. I mean, you thumbs down the heck out of it. But thanks for watching, man. You guys are getting me money. I appreciate it. That's how I got these lights.
Got him! Got him!
What's going on, guys? Okay, so today I'm going to go ahead and install my new Baja Designs Squadron Sport fog lights in my 2017 Tacoma. These will fit any 3rd gen Tacoma. It has the brackets, the shield, the hardware, and the wiring adapter, the harness adapter, to fit the Toyotas. And I think it's the 4Runner and a Tundra too. You'll have to look it up on their website. But you can, any Squadron light, whether it's Pro or Sport, you can buy this kit and just these parts, not the light itself, and you can adapt your own Squadron lights to them. Now, I did buy this all together as kind of a bundle online, and I just got it in today, so I'm going to go ahead and install it. I've already installed the one side, so I'm not trying to figure it out while you guys are watching this and wasting your time. So the only tools you'll need is a 10mm, a 5/32 hex, a Phillips screwdriver, and a little bit of patience, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so how these brackets go, and I had to look this up 4 or 5 times, is I'm going to kind of show you the orientation. This is going to go there, just like that, and this is going to go there, like that. Now, I'm going to show you this all together. I'm not going to waste your time putting it on now, but also pay attention, pay mind to what side that shield is on to. So this is the orientation, and the way I'm going to put this together is exactly how it needs to be. So don't do what I did and get it backwards 3 times. Alright guys, just got it installed. So this is exactly how it's supposed to sit, how the brackets are supposed to be installed. And if you look over here, you can see what side the bezel, the thicker part of the bezel is at. So the ears, or the tabs, whatever you want to call them, go on the left on this side, or basically the side that the thickest wall is on the bezel, and this being the other side. Alright, so that's how it's supposed to be set up, just like that. I'll go ahead and sit it down in case you guys want to freeze frame that so you can see it. Be real careful when you're installing these screws, however. This is aluminum, real easy to cross thread that. So just kind of a pro tip for those who don't do this a lot, start the screw with your hand first. And once you got a few threads in and you can get it down maybe halfway, you know you're good to go. Let's go ahead and get these bad boys in. It's not too bad, but I want to go ahead and show you the best way I found to get these in. I found the easiest for me was to go ahead and remove some of these screws on the splash guard or the fender well in here. And it is the 10mm. And you're going to have one here, 2 on the bottom, and 1 on top. That's all I did. And I was able to kind of pull this away just enough to get my hand back in there where I could see it. And there's a screwdriver that's going to be holding in your factory housing on your fog light. So I'm going to go ahead and get these off for you guys and be right back. I forgot to tell y'all right here, this is not a screw. It's a push, I don't know, some sort of push clip. This, if you just take a little flathead and stick it right in there, you can kind of push this off of right here. And you'll be able to kind of just work this out like so. You can even pull your fender, whatever that's called. So let's go ahead and go in here, try to get a good shot for you guys. What screw you're going to be moving. All right, you see it back there? That's just the one screw that's holding that whole fog light assembly in. So what you're going to do is go ahead and disconnect the fog light wire from your fog light bulb, or take the bulb out if you wish, but it's easier just to pull that clip right off, and that way you don't have things dangling around in there. So, or when you go to pull it out or something, you don't, you know, yank the connector wrong. But that's what we're gonna get that screw in there. So I have this actually is pulled back enough where I can get my arm in there and get to that screw. So that's all you need to do as far as getting in there. All right, so what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do to get this bezel off, is just kind of work around it and slowly pull it off, and it will come off this way. But just be careful you don't break any of the tabs off. I didn't last time. Not to say that I wouldn't this time, but I'm not too overly concerned about it. There we go. Just got one little, there we go. So, yeah, these just have these little ears on there. They're actually pretty flexible too. So I don't know if it'd be real easy to break or not, because the camera's not focusing. But yeah, just comes right out. And now you got room to put your wiring harness adapter in and get that light in. And alright guys, so one thing you're gonna notice is on your second light is the color is different on the factory harness. Not a big deal, it's just if you're writing it down, this goes with this, you're gonna confuse yourself, so just be aware of that. For me, the driver's side was green and white. Well, the white had a black tracer. But this is what I do. I went ahead and connected the adapter, the wiring adapter, to the factory harness the only way it can go, which is those 3 ears falling in the sides and the top, okay? So I got that hooked up. So that's the only way that's going to go. And then I left the adapter, the other side of the adapter that you're going to close on, I'll show you here in a minute, for the connector. I left that off and just stuck them in there to test the light out. Now obviously, I think this goes without saying, but you never know with people these days. Make sure you have your lights turned off when you're doing this so you don't short anything out or blow a fuse. So, just a little word of advice. But I went ahead and tested it, and for me, the black goes with the black, the white goes with the brown. I'm sorry guys if this isn't focused because I can't see. But that's how mine is. I don't know how your adapter, what year. I do know they changed colors on this recently. So it used to be like blue and white maybe. I don't know. But test it out. I mean, don't be afraid. As long as you're not touching, these two aren't touching each other anywhere, you're not going to have a problem. It just won't work, or it will. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get this closed up. So how to install this connector. What you're going to do is basically just take these, not one at a time, but both, just because you don't have enough room here, and just shove them in there until it's about flush with that. And then all you're going to do, you're going to have to kind of manipulate that a little bit. You want to get that in between their wires there, and you're going to close that up. Now before you do this, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to reconnect it back up the way it should to make sure I got my connector orientation right. Because you can see you can put it in that way or that way, and one will work and one won't. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hook my light back up. Sorry. And let's see if it works. Alright, it's working. You can see here we got power. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is make sure everything's pushed in good, everything clicks into place. Manipulate this down so it's like that. Click it in, come back here, make sure this is clicked in right, which it's not. There we go. You should hear an audible click with all 3 of these. Once you do that, we're ready to go ahead and start putting this bad boy in. So you definitely want to go this side first, kind of bring that in, and then stick the ears in. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and reverse the process of taking the old one out. So it's going to sit like that. I found it easier with one hand to kind of hold it where it needs to be and come around to behind and start that screw with my hand. And once I get it started, then I can use a screwdriver to put it in there. So we're just about there, guys. Let's get it buttoned up. One last thing here, and we're going to go ahead and get it wrapped up. I'm not going to bore you with the rest. But when you're putting this in, just kind of guide it in as best you can to make sure you're not snapping these off when installing it, and that they're all going in. Guide all these tabs in, and then don't tighten this down. Like I still have it open back there. Don't tighten this all the way down, just snug so you can scoot the light back and forth. to best center the bezel. So get all that pushed in, it should snap in, which looks like it's all in. And we're pretty good. We're a little bit this way, so I'm gonna come back, push it in. That looks good right there. I'm gonna go back there, tighten it up, and we're all done. Button up the wheel well, of course, and I'm not gonna bore you with that. You can figure that out. So we'll go ahead and come back with the finished product here in a minute. Son of a, God, these ants are freaking everywhere, man. Spider ants are ridiculous. And they almost got me banned on YouTube. Okay, where was I? All right, on a serious note, guys, move over because I'm still getting eaten alive over here. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys giving me the feedback. A lot of y'all have great suggestions, great comments, stuff that I missed or that I need to do better on next time. But here you go, guys. Baja Designs, Squadron Sports, the fog lights. I went ahead and turned the pod lights on since they're essentially the same light, just without the amber filter. You guys can see these things are top notch, man. They are bright as heck. All right. Baja Designs is very pricey, and no, they don't pay me or sponsor me or give me any discount to do this video. I just really like their products. I've owned a lot of different lights. Y'all who know, if you see my other videos, that I've owned Cali Raised, I've owned Aux Beam, I've owned Rigid, all those lights, and they all kind of pale in comparison. These lights also, the lenses on them are replaceable. You can switch the white in the amber. You can put covers on them. There's a lot of different stuff you can do with them, and that's not an option on these other lights, at least not that I'm aware of. I just felt it was good to buy once, cry once. These guys are a really great company. They have a lifetime warranty on manufacturer defects. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and load in some night shots right about here. And I really do, again, just wanna thank you guys. And I mean it. I'm just saying this because these videos have really kicked off. I think the other video has, within a week or 2 weeks, had 20,000 views, which is phenomenal for my little measly channel, and it's motivating me to do more. I thought about quitting the channel because of the attack on the Second Amendment that YouTube is doing. They're trying to censor all gun rights stuff. They hate guns. I'll probably get demonetized for this video because of that. So they hate GUNS or fun sticks or whatever. But anyway, guys, y'all take care. If you have any suggestions for the next videos or what you want to see, I am getting a new grill. I haven't decided on which one I want yet. I am getting sliders. They're on order, but they're 10 weeks out. Bumper is possibly in the future quickly. Maybe a light bar. Don't know about that yet. And maybe upgrading the front suspension a little bit. If I'm going to add a bumper, I want a little beef up the front suspension a little bit. And I got to figure out how the heck to fix my back squeak. So I gotta figure that out. So y'all have a good one. See you next video.